Today we're going to be looking at the Jeecoo J75 gaming headphones. Now, they were kind enough to send these out to me for review. I've reviewed some products for them in the past. This is their new flagship gaming headset, and it deserves that for their brand for sure. And let's jump into the build quality. Let's jump into the crazy, unexpected features that these have. Build, I'm getting my fingers right. Build, software, gameplay, final thoughts. Let's jump into it. From a comfort standpoint, they are pretty comfortable. They don't have any pivot, any at all, right? But they do have a good, or swivel, they do have a good tilt there. They are clearly labeled as far as right and left. Putting them on the head, these cushions, the cushions will sit over all the entirety of my ear, and so I don't have to worry about whether or not it's pinching on my ear and different things. Like if you wear glasses, like there's no push on the stems here, and these are pretty, you can see there's a pretty thick stems. There's no push on that, and the cushions are large enough that they absorb the contact with that without affecting how it sits on my ears. And so if you wear glasses, you're not gonna have any issues wearing these at all. As far as the system, it's a standard ratchet system, but that is metal there, as you can see, the band there. And that's like a fake leather. And this is like a flat, soft, matte black. Comes with an extra pair of these. Now these are the inside of the headphones there, so that if they'll start to wear down over time, they've given you an extra set that will go behind these padded cushions there, so that if those start to wear down, you can replace them.
Letting you into my life.
You got your left side, right side, you have your center, you have how wide it is, you have left back, rear back, and then you have your left and your right in front, and you can adjust all of that. You have your surround max as well. It kind of increases the sound for all of the speakers, kind of gives them that boost, if you will. You have your, of course, your regular, like I said, your regular volume control, where you can unlock this and you can adjust left or right independently. Sample rate, equalizer. There's a lot of different, when you're selecting these different profiles, there's definitely a big difference as they're selecting, and some of them aren't like, some of them are like overkill a little bit, but there's a lot of adjustment there. You can create your own manual sound as well, which is, again, for this price, I'm going to say this over and over again, because of this price, is typically you won't see something like this. Environmental effects is basically like, it's like adding effects to the sound here. And so padded cell, right? A padded cell is going to deaden the sound a little bit. It's less surfaces to vibrate off of. But then you have like auditorium, concert hall, right, where it gives you that echo, right? Things like that. Room size, you can change large size, small size, like as much sound or as much of the effect you want to hear. This is just, it's crazy. Going over here, enable voice fading, enable key shifting, pitch down, pitch up. Like that's going to change your, you know, the way the voices sound coming into your ear. But let's play with this a little bit. Here's the mic. Let's get this mic where I want it. And then let's go down here and let's go. So you got volume control for the microphone as well, and you can boost it, so you can add dB to it, which is cool. You can monitor it. Let's turn this up a little bit. See if there's direct monitoring. Yeah, so you can direct monitor your voice inside. And so let me get this. There we go. Sounding okay. So I'm monitoring my own sound here. But the interesting thing is there's this Sing FX, and I thought this was cool because you can add an echo. Right now it's on default, but you can add an echo to your voice. So now there's an echo coming from my voice. You can do magic
voice, and so you can add these sounds
here, which is super cool. And I'm not, this I can't hear, like I'm trying to monitor it, but I don't hear this in my ear. But we'll see in the playback if this actually shows up. So you got your female voice,
you have your male voice.
You have, I'm assuming a duck, 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 goose cartoon voice.
And then you have this Tyrannosaurus Rex, or I don't know if I'm roaring, rah, 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 rah. but it's cool. So let's see if that actually plays effect in here, or if it's something you can only hear like when you're gaming.
I'm gonna turn that off, and then of course you have your noise reduction, and so your noise reduction is when you can basically turn on noise canceling, and we'll see how that sounds. I'm gonna turn off the monitoring just in case the monitoring is affecting the sound, and so I'm gonna go through that one more time and see if the
Monitoring off makes any
Difference between the voices here.
But you let me know in the comment section below, or I guess I'll see this or hear this in post potentially.
We will see.
Okay, so we are playing Redfall, and we are doing so using the Jeecoo J75 gaming headset and microphone. And so this has ambient noise canceling. I'm going to turn that off because I want it to be my more natural voice. And so let's turn off the noise canceling. And so you're going to hear my natural voice, which means you may hear a little bit more in the background, but this is what the microphone sounds like standard while gaming here. And so I'm going to turn on also the 7.1 surround sound. We're going to turn that on, and so that does increase the sound. And so I'm anxious to see what this plays like. It sounds good just sitting here, but let's jump into the game. So let's jump to the game. Layla. And we're going to jump into the game here. And so we are gaming, and it's the music,
Good to see you.
the voice, the definitely location from her voice.
I mean, I didn't have any plans after school, but yeah, this wasn't really something that I was expecting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's
Need
nothing
something?
I can do out there. I feel so useless.
You'll be alright though. We ain't tripping.
Ellison, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, too,
Dr.
Doc.
Hunt.
When
So
I
we,
think about what those cultists are doing, makes my stomach turn.
mine too, brother. So we're gonna hit the streets. I'll try. We're gonna hit the streets. See what we can get into for now.
What is it? They want it dead.
We had everything we needed. You put me aside and turn out the lights for no reason. Was it a make believe? Something you
Okay. What are my final thoughts? I'm gonna flat out say these things. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I won't be able to upload this video in some places. But these things are only freaking dollars. The amount of value that you get with these, it's ridiculous. Like I have $150, $350 gaming headphones, and they don't provide the amount of software and flexibility that these have. And again, the only caveat to these is that they're tied to a USB. If they had Bluetooth, or if they had the 3.5 millimeter, that adapter at the end, so you can plug them to the end of a controller, like they would be lights out, like one of my favorite headphones. But I cannot believe that you get this much for that amount of money. Like seriously, this is one of those things where it's like, I have no problem whatsoever suggesting these to you. The build quality, the quality of sound, the noise profile, like the ability to change the surround effects. Like, are you kidding me? Like let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions. What are you gaming with? Like I have a ton, and I mean a ton of gaming headphones. You can see them in the background hanging off the desk back there. Like I review a lot of these headphones, these gaming headsets, and it just shocks me. And I'll leave you with this. It shocks me that you can get this type of value with a brand that is not a top tier brand. And then you see some things like top 5 budget headphones, top 5 budget gaming headsets, and they're still like $100, and they're mediocre at best, right? And it's, you're paying for the name, and it is what it is, right? Like there's definitely, these brands earn their name, right, after years of quality. But with that being said, me being a consumer and you being a consumer, if you can get over the brand name sometimes, you will find some really good products. And so I'll leave you with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.